What's up everyone, and welcome to you on the MOONCHARTS YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing very well as always, and yes, we're going to update Bitcoin after a very long break, if we can say that. Yeah, sorry about that. I got a bit of complex stuff in life, you know, and so yeah, we're not able really to make some updates and everything, so I kept everything for VIPs and was redoing only this. But anyway, let's move on and talk about the chart. Really, you're here for this. So yeah, so in the last update we have planned, you know, a possible short setup. So we're just going to check out this really quick. You know, we got this nice WXYXNZ. Okay, so this right here. Okay, we got this oops, I'm just going to zoom in a bit, by the way, like this. We got this WXYXNZ, and why, by the way, I was looking for this last wave to the downside. We got, as you can see here, was really on the very top of the move, and I was looking for this wave to the downside simply because if you want to let a wave, you have to know something. We are in a bigger more likely as a wave. We cannot really predict and say, hey, we're 100% in this. We can never be 100% sure, but this is my account, you know, it played correctly for the moment, so I'm going to keep this. Okay, so W, X, and Y, and the thing is, a Y leg cannot finish with a WXY only, so we have to, in that case, for an ABC flat, you know, a bigger pattern, or simply a WXY XNZ. That's why I was taking this WXY XNZ that for now played absolutely perfectly. Okay, so from our short targets, really, you could place some limits, you could just mark it over here. It was really up to you, but from the first target, you can see here $28,162.87. by the way, you can see here this is the exact same price, $28,162.87. from here we got the very nice retracement, was around this counter right here, okay, when I made this update. So we got a very nice almost 10% move to the downside on the world's biggest cryptocurrency, and all of this, of course, plan even before this race here was looking for a correction here to go more down. So that's pretty crazy. That's why Elliott wave is absolutely lovely. And as always, by the way, if you want to get more of us, you can just go on the mooncharts.fr website. You have some course. If you want to learn Elliott wave, you learn Elliott wave, of course, the right way, because there are a lot of people that are not teaching Elliott wave really the right way. But anyway, just go and check this out. Really, you have also all the information about us really in the about page here. You have the plan right here section, and if you want just to get more about us, just really go and check out the website. You can also join us for free. You can absolutely join us for free. You have some free course here. You have the beginner course. You have the Elliott wave free course here. So for example, if you want to start your learning with Elliott wave to see a bit what it is, what you can learn, really what you have to learn, and really get some strong base, and even more than this, by the way, you just have to go and check this out. And you have here the 3 course right here. You have the basic Elliott waves here. You have really everything you have to know about Elliott wave, how to use it, all of this, really what it means, all of this. And then we go to the Fibonacci relation. So for example, how to pull this kind of fibs, okay, where you have the 123, 1618 here, for example, 200% validation, where you can get your short target or your long targets, for example, such as, for example, if you go on Twitter right here, okay, for example, we plan this nice target over there on the very bottom, okay. I'm just going to show you this next, but again here, this is the target we have planned when it was already on the very top, and so you can just use Fibonacci with Elliott wave to make this kind of predictions. Okay, so yeah, really, if you want to get some more of us, you want to learn Elliott wave the right way, really go and check this out. You have everything for free. I mean, not everything for free, because of course the experience I have is not for free, okay, but you have also a lot of course for free. I mean, some course and some very cool stuff for free on the website. So really go and make an account. Really, it's free. Yeah, you can just win, really. But anyway, so yeah, on this, so we can place the Y leg on the top, okay, the X wave on the top here. We did not made any bigger push to the upside here. By the way, if you check at the order flow, okay, I don't know if I will be able to load this right here because it's a bit in the past. Let me go here in the 30 minutes, and I'm gonna load a bit more data. Not here, I'm gonna load here. And by the way, the 2 next VIP to join, the 2 new VIP to join, will get 3 ExoCharts month for free. What is ExoChart? Simply this, okay. So for example, as I was showing you before, we're going to put this kind of target on this kind of target. What you're going to read here is the order flow, okay, to make decisions if you are not to take the trade. And as always, you can get this on the website in the course, ExoChart course here, and you have a lot of stuff. But as always, it's something complex to become profitable. Trading is not easy, okay, so you have to learn something complex to be able to, I mean, this is complex, you know, but it's not so complex when you know how to use it, really, okay. You can see market orders behind the market. You can see if there is absorption. You can see a ton of different informations, really, okay, and you just have to read this. But yeah, I'm just gonna let's go with 31 days. Gonna take a bit of time, maybe not too much, by the way. No, it's fine. Perfect. So if you go and check this out here, again, you don't have only this, as always, you have also the levels, you have the naked session path control. For example, here you can see yesterday this was the top right here, we got a swing third pan here, or failed auction more likely here, into that naked session path control. Okay, so that's again the level here, that was the top to the almost to the dollar here. We got some TPOs, we have the daily negative path control, the weekly negative path control, the monthly negative path control. We have a different stuff, we have a ton of different stuff here that help you so much to trade good the market, really. But anyway, so yeah, this was the top, right? Yeah, this was the top. So here what we can see, for example, on that top, okay, is simply that you have a high right here, low high. So if you miss that one here, you have so now high, low high, okay. And if you check here at the pink line here, okay, you just have a divergence. And what is this? This is not the RSI or something, this is a CVD, okay, so to speak, where you can see absorption. What is absorption? Is when again you have market orders coming on the market, so people buying at the current price of the market, okay, but you have some limits that, so you preset on order, and there are limits here absorbing all the market order longs. For example, here you can see in this car right here, you have 7.9 millions of new longs opening here. But what we can notice here is simply that we have a high, low high, a high, and a higher high in the right. So it means that we have some limited order shorts absorbing all these market order longs, trying to push the price higher. And so this kind of informations, when you know that this is an important target, that's a short trade, right? Okay, so that leads with this very cool short trade. As you can see here, can jump with some nice leverage as always. I have a risk management, I jump with big leverage, but I have a risk management, I risk maximum 2%, maximum of the maximum. So it's not because I'm using big leverage that I'm going to risk, I don't know, 50% of my whole account. Okay, but anyway, so yeah, so very good rejection from here. So we're going to cover the wave here to the downside. Okay, we're going to see a bit what we can do here, really, what we'll have to look for next. But yeah, first of all, I want to cover here to the downside to see a bit what and how that was possible to make some TAs on this. Okay, so first of all, we got this nice little drop first. Okay, this move down first of all, and what we can see here to the downside is that we have a kind of wedge, right? Okay, you can clearly see that we have a kind of wedge. So if you pull, for example, this kind of wedge right here, bam bam bam, you can see that we have this kind of triangle to the downside. And when you have a wedge, it's because you have a leading or an ending, and here you start a wave to the downside, so it can be only a leading and not an ending. Okay, so if you have a leading, okay, then what can be the next wave? You can be in an impulsive, so the leading will be the smaller wave of a wave 1, 2 to make a 3, 4, 5 neck an impulsive, okay, or it will be simply the smaller wave, so the leading will be the smaller wave of a bigger ABC zigzag, 5 waves, correction, 5 waves. That is a correction, taking you the small wave. Okay, so that's why we are in a Z wave. What we have in that Z wave here, in the red wave, we can take that Z wave here. Okay, in this red wave here, what do we have? Do we have 5 waves, or do we have a triple wave? So do we have an impulsive, or do we have a correction? We have a correction in there. So are we going to take the 5 ways impulsive? No, because it's not possible. So we're going to take the ABC zigzag. Okay, and so in that case, that leads to this push to the downside. Here we have the leading here down, so we take that long, stop loss a bit below here. In case we take that low here, we're looking for that swing third pan. I would not be surprised to see this, as I say to VIPs. We're looking for that possible rise into this swing third pan, into this path control, or into the swing third pan of this top. We got 3 targets for a short. First target, second target, third target, and we're looking for this A, B, C zigzag. You can see to take out the lows here. So rise, but to drop next, and from minimum the swing third pan here. Okay, then what happened? We just took the lows once more. Why? Simply to make an ABC flat, okay, not an ABC zigzag such as this pink wave. So ABC zigzag, 5 ways, correction, 5 ways. We simply made another ABC, and you have this course by the way for free on the website. Right here you have the ABC flat and the ABC zigzag. You have everything you have to know. It's exactly the same than what you have in the paid course. Really, you have some more content next, but this is all the beginning and all the start of the paid course. So really, it's free. Go and check this out. Just waiting for you. But anyway, so ABC flat, so in that case the correction 5 ways. So we got a correction first, we got another correction down, and here we got a 5 ways impulsive. We've got 2 targets. We steal the swing third pan, the path control, and the swing third pan here, as you can see. So more likely as always, it's in that case a 1618, because before we were looking at the swing third pan, minimum, path control, and swing third pan above. Okay, so 2 targets here. In any case, that was a short to take possibly. Normally I took that short, got a scalp here. You know, as always, I'm taking my short. I'm taking profit 50% of my. I'm taking profit 50% of the position, so 50% after the higher the move, and then I just set my stop loss entry. So in any case, if I get stopped out, I made money, I refunded my fees, I'm getting paid really, and I do not take a loss because I'm getting stopped out on entry. So no loss on that on this here, and then bam, get a rise, go for the swing through, pan into the 1618 here, as you can see 1618, and look for that drop here to go and take out the lows here. Okay, take out the lows. I played the wave here randomly. Okay, but of course you can see here we got some targets. First one here, second one here. Okay, so yeah, from the 161 here with a swing through pan, bam, get a drop, go into a long target, and bam, instant rise from here. Yeah, that's just absolutely crazy, right? So yeah, if you're using Elliott wave plus exo charts, you can just make some insane predictions. And yeah, this was just within the VIP, so we have been just crushing this so hard. By the way, I completely forgot to place this short trade, but I mean, yeah, this was a swing through pan here I have planned for when I was already on the very low here. I was looking for a swing through pan. So that's pretty cool, and yeah, that brings us with a very, very cool short trade. We're back on the lows here, so we're going to see what we can plan really here now in this, yeah, with the current market we have. And by the way, be aware of that we have some news, important news. Normally, you know, I don't really care about the news because you see, I can see what's happening behind the market, so you know more likely what is going to happen next. But the news are good to time, okay, to know when it's going to happen. Okay, for example, you have a news during the day, an important news coming at, I don't know, 2:30, for example, French time. Then you're going to be able to recognize that we are going to get more likely volatility at this time and not before, not after. So you're going to normally wait for this to trade really, okay, to open some trade, to wait for example to take some high, take some stop loss first, all of this really, okay. But today and tomorrow we have some important news. If you remember good here, yes, last time it was the FOMC, it was the Fed, normally it was the FOMC, but anyway, they just delayed really the answer for their stuff. I don't really check the result, to be fair. I don't really care, but yeah, be aware of that. Now it's possibly going to move like really hard, okay, because of their result really they're going to give, because last time it did not move it at all, but like really not at all. So this time it's probably going to move, and so it's tomorrow. So today we have some important news at 2:30 p.m. okay, again UTC +2, it's French time. I'm French. But yeah, tomorrow also we do have some very important news at 8 p.m. UTC +2. Okay, so really be aware of this. Be here if you want to trade, okay. But as always, get a risk management. It's extremely important. You have to get a risk management. You do not risk 2% in this kind of news because it's so crazy volatile, okay. And I recommend you to load the 10-second chart and to trade the 10-second chart. Yeah, it looked like what the hell, you're trading the 10-second chart. Yeah, but you know, when you know what you're looking for, you know what you're looking at, it's just like, I mean, it is a 10-second chart. You know, you know what data you need to get. You know what what you're looking for. So it's fine. You know, it's not that scary. It may be a little scary, but it's not at all. Really, it's not at all. So anyway, so yeah, here we can place the ABC zigzag to the downside. Okay, so I'm gonna place the same, the same color here, pink. So yeah, right here, by the way, A, B, and a C here. Okay, so if we have an ABC zigzag here, can that be done? And now already looking for the rise. Okay, because always, if you remember good here, I'm not going to cover again in details the bigger time frame scenarios, but we'll have two different stuff. Okay, just to make it really quick, we'll have a wave 1, 2, and a second wave 1, 2 here to make a bigger rise next. As always, it's not because here we'll have a WXY done, or possibly done, that we are going to do a massive push up. Now we can absolutely make a bigger WXY XNZ again, okay, that is already valid by the way. So we can absolutely drop, for example, make a elastic wave to the downside. We can make a tons of different stuff. We can even make a triangle here, A, B, C, D, E triangle, and then bam, get it right. By the way, this wave here, A, B, C, the C cannot break the B wave bond, but anyway. So we can make something bigger, okay, but I'm really going to try to make it easy, and if I have to update something with something more complex, I'm gonna do it. But for now, it's not really useful. But anyway, so two scenarios here, this double wave 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, or there is a possibility, if you remember good, I made some, by the way, yeah, I made a video about this, a bigger time frame plan where we can still be bearish. You have to be aware of that. Just gonna take all of this, add this in the high time frame bull, okay, and so we have this high time frame bullish and we have the high time frame bearish, so to speak. Here we're, you know, in a WXY to the downside. In that case, WXY it's done, but there is always a possibility of being in a WXY XNZ. It's more rare, but it's still possible. It's not impossible, okay. It's less probable, but it's not impossible. That's very important to understand this. So yeah, in that case, that's a 5 ways correction 5 ways, so 1, 2, 1, 2, or 5 ways correction 5 ways, if you remember good, an ABC zigzag. And so if we're in an ABC zigzag here, it's a correction to go more down. So in that case, we look for that Z wave to the downside, and so in that case we look for a major draw on Bitcoin to take out minimum that low. Again, only time will confirm. It's impossible to say because the small wave are exactly the same for the moment. Okay, so that's why we have to play with balls. We have to bet on both scenarios. And that's why we have to know what's happening behind the market to make decisions if we have or not to take the trades in the targets we plan. Okay. But anyway, so from here, if we are in this bullish scenario, if we're in this wave 1 to here, what we can look for here is possibly an impulse. Just gonna remove all this target here. We don't really care anymore, to be honest. Perfect. Okay, so here, if we're done with the Z wave, okay, if we're done with that Z wave, then we're going to look in that case for a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive. Okay, and why, by the way, we look only for this impulsive to the upside and not, because as always an impulsive start 1, 2, 3 can be an ABC zigzag, so there is no way 4, 5 next to just drop. Okay, and why here it's a lot less probable to be in an ABC zigzag, it's simply because the B wave of a zigzag, you can learn this also on the website for free, as I said, it's just waiting for you, you have this information there. A B wave cannot retrace 90%, or if it retraces 90%, it's because we just do a wick inside. If we start to make some counter close into the 90% retracement, it's not valid anymore normally. Okay, now of course the market updates, so we have to update also the rules, but for the moment and for the past few years, this is how it played, so I don't know, I don't see why it will not play out now, but it's possible, you know. But anyway, so if you pull your fib here, okay, you go on the 1 hour for example, and you add your fibs right here, you add the 90% for example here for the flat right here, you can see we clearly made some counter close in there. We don't have at least 1 week or 2, okay, maximum really. We have already some counter close, so we spend too much time on the 90%, so it's not valid anymore for an ABC zigzag. So in that case, we look, if we're done with this configuration, we look for the rise and we look for this kind of impulsive to the upside. Again, to place your fib, you have everything on the website. Just want to try to catch this top. Anyway, let's place it on the left. Bam, perfect. Good, so then you have, as always, 1618 most probable target for the wave 3, then we retrace here. We have done a crazy big retracement, so we are going to retrace normally 23.6, and maybe less, because the retracement we have done is just absolutely huge. So 23.6, let's take the theory really, okay, and then we can look for the 618, by the way, maybe more, because yeah, I'm not ready to truncate it. So 618 here, that will be the most common impulsive to the upside. But if we are, for example, now to be in the super bullish wave 3, of course we're going to make this kind of wave. Okay, you have to understand that there is this possibility, but with the context also, with the news that just happened before, you know, with all the ads that are just dropping like crazy, also possible that we do not do that. Okay, but this is something possible if you're reading that wave 3 here. But anyway, so this is the first configuration. As always, just gonna place this like that. Okay, if we make these 5 ways here, yeah, gonna leave the 5 ways for the moment. Okay, next we're going to look for a bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we're going to look at the ways for a A, B, C zigzag, a correction to go more down. In that case, we're going to look for a bigger W, X, and Y, or if we take this high, we're going to, oh my god, we're going to look for an A, B, C flat. Okay, not trying to make it more complex. Okay, just want to give you the possibility for people that know a bit about Elliott wave already. But yeah, the thing is now, can the wave, I mean, is the Z wave done fully, or is it sure 100%? No, it's not sure 100%. We can absolutely go more down. Okay, why? Simply because a Z wave can take any possible shape. It can be a triangle, it can be an ABC flat, it can be everything. Okay, the most common pattern is an ABC zigzag, but we can absolutely make something bigger here if we have to make something bigger. Okay, so to speak, if you play that Z wave a bit later, okay, we can absolutely make, for example, and just accept these are not 5 ways, because if these are 5 ways, we have to make a new high here. But the thing is, sometimes, for example, I may be wrong, and these are not at all 5 ways, and that was just a correction, a crazy word of a correction, an ABC zigzag, for example, and we're going to make, bam, a W. Let's go with white. W, X, and Y, and we're going to make a bigger pattern like this, or we can make a triangle. Okay, we can make an ABC triangle here. So A, bam, we're going to make a B. Looks like less probable here because an ABC is here normally no. C, D, E, for example, we can make this kind of triangle. We can make an ABC flat. Okay, we can absolutely make an A, bam, an A, a B here, and then a C wave to the downside for an ABC flat. We can make every single correction possible into this Z wave. So are we 100% sure it's done? No, we can absolutely make, you know, a bigger W, X, just accept these are not 5 ways, a correction, and then a Y leg to the downside to finish that Z wave, to finish that Y leg, and to finish that wave too. Okay, so yeah, this is a count for now I'm taking. Okay, so possibly done with the wave 1, 2, 3, or 5 to the upside, or a bigger WXY. These are the two main idea I'm taking right now. If I can play this, perfect. So WXY, okay, and a new low will be made. Otherwise, we can look for this right here, impulsive to the upside. Okay, in any case, the lows here was a long to take. Now we took profit, stop loss set on entry, and that's it really. If we push high, we just enjoy, and that's it. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if you have some questions. If you have some questions, really do not hesitate to ask your questions in the comment section down below. And as always, if you want to get more of us, you just have to go on the mooncharts.fr website. You have all the information about us on the website here. You have all the calls, everything. You have the VIP updates, for example. Here you have the daily updates every single day. Except the weekend, except on the weekends, I'm live with VIPs to update the chart, to give some trade setups, to give everything really they have to know to plan the day. Okay, so every day I'm live, and for example, this is how we have been able to trade Bitcoin. Okay, this was just all planned in daily update, and of course every Sunday I'm live with you to plan the upcoming week. So every Sunday also, this was a Sunday update with a VIP, by the way. This was in a daily update. This was in a daily update too. Normally, can't remember exactly, but yeah. Anyway, there's a total of update really. One a day, okay, for Bitcoin, and I'm maybe going to do an alt update, by the way, because it dropped a lot. So I'm maybe going to update the alts with VIPs today. But yeah, you can get this kind of content, okay, within the VIP section. So really, do not hesitate to go and check this out. And the 2 next VIPs join, we get 3 exo charts a month for free. Okay, so you're gonna get all of this, is all the flow, and you have all the course to learning on the website. And if you have some questions to ask me, you can just join the daily updates, and I'm gonna explain you everything. Okay, except of course if it's maybe too basic. I mean, you just have to check the course first, and then of course you can ask me questions on the course. The course is made for this, so yeah. Anyway, that's all from me for today. So really hope you enjoyed. Sorry about this, I was a bit long update, but yeah, didn't update it for a while, the chart really on the YouTube channel. So yeah, sorry about this, and yeah, I wish you all a brilliant day. Take care of you as always. Don't forget to smash that like, to subscribe to the channel, to turn on notifications. This is very important. This helps us so much already. Thank you so much if you take the time to do it. Also, don't forget to write some comments in the section down below. This helps so really a lot with the YouTube algorithm, so thank you so much if you take the time also to do it. And yeah, I wish you all a brilliant day. Take care of you, and catch you all in the next one. Cheers.